In the beginning, there was only the custodian and the storyteller. There, in the center of their consciousness, a universe was born. Within that universe, the largest planet, Eos, came to be. Its denizens are just as magical and varied as the planet itself. This is their tale. Welcome back to Eos.
Fuerza stared at the scorpion before her. It was roughly the size of a mobile home and was clicking and snapping its claws angrily. She moved her paw as the arachnid reached from behind and struck with its stinger onto the rock beside her. The rock sizzled and smoked from the venom within it.
Now you knew this was going to happen.
She's cut off from her sentence with the angry skittering and clicking of the hundreds of scorpions surrounding her.
Sure, you can try to kill me. Be fed for now. But understand that I will come back. And before I do, you are on your own against the other creatures that try to constantly take over your territory. Moreover, you will have killed the only genuinely neutral party in this area.
The clicking slows, and a slow hiss of resignation fills the air as the swarm begins to back off. As they do, Fuerza's comm goes off.
Fuerza,
What?
your last message before you died. Were you trying to communicate dune bugs?
What did they do now?
Stole Sam.
Wait, what? What's happened with the Sphinxes?
Sphinxes? Plural?
Yes? The to be wed in the wastes and fucking up everything in the meantime? Sphinxes? He's from one nation, she another. They were both supposed to come. Explain what was going on. Did they not?
What do the dune bugs have to do with them?
Port me. I am hours from the neighborhood.
Yes. AVIX?
Yes, sir.
Track Fuerza's temperature regulator and drop a port in front of her projected path.
Right away, sir.
Fuerza turns and feels the slight pinch on her neck and sees a minuscule Deathstalker scorpion.
Rude? I know you're pissed too. Hopefully we can get these dune bugs out of here soon. I will be over to deal with your goings-on shortly. But do pass on the notice that I have already paid the price of entry since you got spicy, Fuck off. It totally counts.
The small creature jumps off her shoulder and scuttles off, finding a tunnel opening nearby. Fuerza begins to run towards the neighborhood, and a blue portal pops in front of her. In a moment, she finds herself charging into a couch. She jumps over it, landing in the hallway.
Nice reflexes.
Yes. Like a cat, even. What happened? Why is this here?
Don't touch it!
Oh no. I know where Sam is. Only the female appeared for your appointment, you said?
Yes. Was excited to meet me, not Sam.
And this didn't raise an alarm for you.
Why would it? She wanted to talk riddles. Sam had stuff to do.
I don't know whether to be impressed with your social skills or horrified.
Look, can we just get Sam back?
To the wastes.
Yes, but first, Wes, I need a favor.
Wes steps from the hallway around the corner.
I heard a commotion. And insects? Also some sort of buzzing.
Yeah, Sam was taken. I need to go handle that. But I need something delivered to Eclipse and Aria. I'll call them to let them know you and Whisper are bringing them something. Is that okay with you?
I would be happy to help. Where am I going?
To the tundra to help them with a boy named River. He doesn't like clothes, so the temperature regulator won't work for him. I have a different temperature regulator for him, as he seems to want to leave, and Aria and Eclipse want to take him in.
Very well. Whisper and I will go.
AVIX,
Yes, sir.
please contact Aria and Eclipse on the comms and let them know Wes and Whisper are coming to deliver a different temperature regulator for River. They'll be able to recognize them by the giant green cat accompanying a genasi.
Right away, sir.
Lojic hands Wes a small device.
The button on the left will turn it on. AVIX will generate a port for you in just a moment. Fuerza, where can I set a port?
Here, let me.
Aria and Eclipse's communicators break the silence of the snowy morning. When they had woken up, River had gone, and there wasn't a footprint to be seen.
Huh? What? What fucking time is... Hello?
Aria, Master Lojic has asked me to call to inform you Mr. Wesley is coming to help with a temperature regulator for young River.
Okay, who's Wesley?
A genasi who will be accompanied by a large green cat called Whisper. Moved into the neighborhood recently.
Oh, okay. Thank you, AVIX.
You're welcome, Miss Aria. Disconnecting.
How many do they have running around there now?
It doesn't matter. They're happy.
True. Oh, look. Jeez, that is a giant green cat.
The two look over the snowy landscape, and Whisper stood out brilliantly. The boys seemed to be deep in conversation with the cat, though they weren't close enough to hear him.
Oh, that is a very sentient cat. He's telepathic. How cool.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, sorry, Eclipse. The mental signatures. Like the wildlife around here have a distinct mental signature. They are intelligent and sentient, but the signature isn't quite as complex as a creature as you or I. That cat's signature is almost as complex as mine. He's old and telepathic. Neat.
A threat?
I mean, potentially, but I don't see a reason to attack him or the boy he's with. They're here to help.
The boy, seeming to chuckle to himself, approaches.
Greetings. I am Wesley. This is Whisper, and we are here to deliver...
Move, kid!
The giant green cat jumps from behind Wes, wrapping his paws around him and making them both disappear. The translator sparks to life as River begins signing rapidly. Eclipse speaks evenly into the translator, making himself copy it to help learn sign.
No, River, don't be afraid. I think you just surprised the guard cheese. That's not right. Cat. That's the sign for cat, right?
River's face lights up as he begins to wave where Wes and Whisper were mere seconds ago. And given a few moments, they reappear. Wes speaking reproachfully to Whisper. The cat, however, was giving Wes a feline equivalent of an eye roll. He gave Wes the respect to allow him to finish talking, however, before approaching Aria.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're telepathic.
Yes, I am Whisper. My line has been guarding Wesley's family for centuries. I am sorry for the confusion.
Oh, no harm. It's okay.
What?
Oh, sorry, Clipsy. He's chatting with me telepathically.
Ah, carry on then. Wesley, was it?
Yes, sir.
What did Lojic send you with?
Ah, yes. Fortunately, Whisper didn't break it.
Wesley fishes in his pocket and pulls out a device no bigger than a quarter.
There is a button on the left that should turn it on. Oh, hello.
Wes jumps slightly as River moves beside him and brushes his arm. Ari and Whisper join the group. Ari grabs Eclipse's arm and Whisper moves between River and Wes warily. As they all move away from the tundra and move towards Ari and Eclipse's home, however, Whisper begins to draw back, allowing the boys to walk together. Somehow the two seem to bond without words. As the weather changes, the device activates, hovering around River, keeping him comfortable.
So, let me get this straight, Lojic. You spoke all day with this Sphinx, and then your mate, Sam, dismissed her. Next thing you know, you get this package. You touch what's inside, and Sam gets frozen and overwhelmed by dune bugs and disappears.
Yes.
I think I know where Sam is.
What social thing did I miss?
Halimar is trying to flee an arranged marriage.
Excuse me?
She took your mate in the hopes that if Sam was unavailable, you'd be attracted to her and would be able to stop this wedding.
So Sam is...
Likely underground in the wastes.
But she's a snake. She can burrow out from underneath.
Indeed. It must be non-physical bonds that keep her then.
What do you mean?
I thought you were supposed to be smart.
I am.
Then, if you do not have the physical capabilities and strength to keep someone put, how would you force them to stay?
Oh.
Their camp is ahead. We got to move.
Sam was pacing and rattling her tail furiously. It was dark, the company was bad, but she was stuck.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Surely you can understand.
I said what I said.
He's scary.
You think Lojic can't be because he's polite? Girl, please.
But you got to choose.
Have you even met your intended?
No.
He may be really nice.
They are solitary creatures for a reason, Majesty. I am to understand Lojic would protect me then, once we are wed?
You are to understand that you are on the wrong side of this.
What do you mean?
Lojic was an assassin. He believes in honor, and you have stolen from him.
But he's completely logical. He'd understand why.
Understand? Perhaps. However, this wasn't his problem until you made it his problem. And I assure you, this will not go the way you think it will.
It has to be worth the risk, right?
Sure. Fuerza finds the largest tent within the envoy she and Lojic were running into. The various officers notice her and nod, allowing her to pass with no hindrance. A single guard standing outside the tent stops them.
Halimar has stolen the queen of this land. We demand an audience with Khepri.
She has done what?
The voice emanates from within the tent.
Let them pass.
The guard stands aside and opens the tent. Within, a male sphinx sat on an ornate chair. He was muscular, standing at 7 feet tall. He wore a gold headdress, simple, but speaking to his royalty. He wore chest wrap gold that had a blue gem in the middle, and bracers. Upon closer inspection, the armor he wore moved. Lojic realized quickly it was made entirely of dune bugs crowded tightly together. He had ashy gray fur and gray wings that matched.
King Khepri, meet King Lojic.
The two men bow to one another respectfully.
I wished to thank you for granting us permission to perform this ceremony here. It is a neutral area. However, it seems my intended has caused trouble?
Yes, Majesty. Moreover, your living armor continues to wreak havoc amongst the wastes.
I wondered why Halimar has been so flighty. Just the other day, she was gone all day instead of meeting me for dinner.
You were supposed to meet the king and queen with her the other day.
Well, it appears I have, what is it you all say? Dodged a bullet.
I just want my mate back.
I understand the sentiment. My mate passed away years ago. I didn't care to try to find another. But king duties, you understand. I had hoped with time perhaps love would come. It appears I was mistaken. It is a tradition amongst our kind to do an arranged marriage, but both parties must be willing. I was clearly misled. Guard, find Halimar and bring her to me. Majesty, Ambassador, would you be so kind as to excuse yourself into another room within the tent while I converse with my intended?
Majesty, if I may be so bold, I gently remind you of your position. You can make the laws. Neither of you are required by law to marry if this is not what you wish. Being king means that you are free to change the rules.
Thank you, Ambassador.
As Fuerza and Lojic step into another room, Lojic types on his datapad.
What are you doing?
Finding Sam. Ambassador?
The shields between the wastes and the neighborhood has been down since I died. It is slightly political, but I am a trusted, neutral party amongst the sentient within the wastes.
Fair enough. AVIX?
Yes, sir?
AVIX was speaking through the comm on Logic's datapad.
Can you find signs of life within a 5-mile radius of my current location?
Approximately 2 million life signs.
Okay, yeah, I deserved that. Can you find snake life signs?
30, sir.
It's the daytime. Many are sleeping, especially here. Are there any active AVIX?
3, sir.
Okay. A life sign with guardian magical systems.
1, sir.
Does she seem to be restrained?
Not enough data, sir.
Okay. Put a port beside her to my current location, please.
Yes, sir.
Then another port from here home.
Yes, better for you not to see this.
Lojic nods. As Sam continues to pace angrily, a guard appears.
No, he knows.
The guard looks saddened as he reaches for Halimar and escorts her from the underground room. She screams in despair as the roof of the room begins to cave. Sam sees a port appear and she runs through it. Lojic, Fuerza, and Sam are blasted with dust following her through the port.
Perfect timing, love. Damn.
Do I want...
No. Plausible deniability. Get your royal butts out of my waist.
Yes, ma'am. And thanks, Za.
Just doing my job, Majesties.
Over the next couple of days, River, Wes, and Whisper were as thick as thieves. While Wes and Whisper stayed at Sam and Logic's, and River made himself a home with Aria and Eclipse, it was very clear, very quickly, the boys were deeply in love.
How do they understand each other? I don't mean to sound some kind of way at all.
You haven't caught on yet?
Get out of my head. What are you doing here?
Well, which is it? Do you want me to answer your questions, or do you want me out of your head? You can't have it both ways. I am here because Wes is here. Wes is my ward. However, it is growing very apparent my services won't be required. In an official matter, anyway, for much longer.
Okay.
Oops. Whisper, they're off again. Wes said they were going into the wilds.
The giant cat chuffs and curls up by the fire, settling in for a nap.
Okay. Well, I think they'll be okay together.
I'm sure they'll be more than okay.
At Sam and Logic's home,
Yes!
Sam, in a moment of wild excitement, yells in glee and begins to dance around.
Yeah!
Lojic pokes his head in curiously, then watches a moment as she celebrates, grinning.
I'm not opposed to just watching you dance, love, but what did you do?
I figured out how to fix the tree.
What? Babe, that's amazing! Show me!
Looky, the acorn you found forever ago. I scanned it and did some DNA comparisons. Come on, love. I think if we plant it by the roots where the dying magic system is, if it grows into the root network, it'll fix that system. If we put it in the growth accelerator, we can guide the roots to move in a specific direction.
I think, love, with all that we have gone through over the past couple of days, we are so overdue for a bonfire.
I want to plant this first, and I can't wait to see that river again. I wonder how Aria and Eclipse are doing with him.
Well, there's still daylight. Let's go plant that and see what we can see.
I could be wrong, Lojic. I think I'm right. I wouldn't call in the parties or Miles just yet, but I know my calculations are right.
Who are you?
What?
Who are you?
Sam?
Sam, Samina, Queen of the Elves, healer of the land, and a badass scientist.
Oh, thanks, love.
Now believe it, and act like the badass you are, and let's go experiment.
Yes, Your Majesty.
The Center Chronicles is a Land of Eos production written and directed by LB, with music and audio engineering by Naaza Reid, featuring the voice talents in order of appearance. Introduction by Beaz, Madison Cole as the narrator, Beaz as Fuerza, Zack R. as Lojic, Martin Lucey as AVIX, Ammar M.V.A. as Wes, the Mary Meg as Aria, the Dreadwolf as Eclipse, Matt Mangum as Whisper, DocSweets as Halimar, Gillian as Samina, and featuring King Khepri, played by Daniel Stallings. The Center Chronicles is a free weekly podcast that you can enjoy on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. If you enjoyed, please give us a rating and share and like. Leave us a comment about your favorite character. Until next time.